Oh yeah.
Yo, what up, 33? Tell me something good.
Everybody.
You know, they tell me life don't come with no manual, so we gonna take it a day at a time.
Man, about time you got here, man. Light your cigar, do whatever you gotta do. Get comfortable so we can get this game going. Oh, shit, what do you need to come out? Man, just hold your man, man. That's all you gotta do. Play some defense.
Man, too late, man. Domino, game.
Good days, great nights. Good days, great nights. Ooh, oh, oh. Pick your favorite cigar. Some cognac.
Well. We back again. Let it breathe a little bit. You're now tuned into the Good Days GreatNights podcast. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, of course. Still in this season 3. We're getting there. We're getting to where we need to be. We almost at the end of the ropes. I tell y'all all the time, I appreciate it. Anytime I get to break bread with my people, I know it's going to be a good one. This one of them ones you call big homie. This your big homie. This your big homie. In the sense of some of the things that they was trying to give us some game on from upstairs to downstairs as a kid. So we'll get to that in a minute. But those that don't know, I'm Cool Breeze Al. If you know me in the cigar world, they call me 33. Alicia and Arison's father or daddy, depending on what demographic you in. What else we got here? Your auntie's favorite podcast host. You know, I'm her favorite because when I come over there, she be like, girl, I like him. And your uncle's favorite nephew. You know what I'm saying? We trying to figure out what we're going to do with these Cowboys and these Lakers. We struggling right now. And Mr. Half to a Hole, if your mama or your sister standing on the dance floor on some Kansas City two-step type stuff, and the second coming to Drill Levert, them my handles, them my mini handles.
Hey.
So in the sense of this, man, we base this podcast off of something different. We don't ever base it off of what we heard. Might have heard that one day back in Scruggs, you was in the middle of the floor hopping, setting out one. You know what I'm saying? We might have heard that 328 Ash, apartment A and B, you might have been downstairs letting it rock.
Now you taking it back.
Somebody say they might have seen you off campus, you know what I'm saying, at the car wash, doing some uplifting type deals. They might have seen you as a young alumni somewhere special that we called home for a few years. But they don't really get a chance to know the person. So we base it off of something different. We base it off in the sense of music. So in the sense of a road trip, we was getting ready to go somewhere right now. We was jumping the car right now. It's me, you, the guy, the man, the myth behind the camera. And we got a few other people. And where would you want to go? We was taking a road trip right now.
And if we taking a road trip right now, it's cold in KC.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, we got to get us some warmth.
Where you want to go?
So we going down south, man. We might have to make that ride to Houston.
You want to go to H-Town?
Might have to go to H-Town.
Hey, listen, I'm going to bring it in, but you can start off the driving because it's a little late.
We're going to have to go to H-Town. And
So check this out. We get to about Oklahoma City. It's your turn to drive, right? We done gassed it up. Everybody then switched it out. We already prayed before we left, so we in Oklahoma City. It's your turn to drive. You jump in the driver's seat. You get the Bluetooth and the aux wire. I know you. My homeboy, he don't know you. Other people don't know you. So if they was to get to know you as a person, what 5 songs would you play at this moment?
Very moment?
That would represent you as a person.
Well, knowing at that time period we driving, it's late, I need to wake up.
Talk to me.
I need to wake up. So first thing I'm putting on is that George Clinton Atomic Dog. Because I got to get the hopping. I got to get in the mindset of, and it's long, extended version. Because I'm going to need to set out some type of hops to give me mental hops.
Right.
Because I ain't setting none down right now. Little too. I still got 1 or 2 in me. But I'm going to need to set out a hop.
Okay.
George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic.
What's so special
Atomic
about the
Dog.
song? Just because of the brass?
I mean, even before I was the Bruhs, my dad,
Yeah.
I grew up on Parliament Funkadelic, so
Okay.
I was listening to Atomic Dog as a youth. But knowing right now, I need that extended version to wake me up.
Gotcha.
Something that I can hop and visualize and get into a good spirit.
Okay.
Because even if you ain't the Bruhs, when you hear Atomic Dog,
You want to party?
you want to party, you want to feel good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put on Atomic Dog, but I'm going to still transition. I mean, I'm a big Twister fan.
Okay.
And so I'm going to need some adrenaline rush.
Ooh, you taking it back.
I'm going to need some adrenaline rush, man. I'm a big fan of 9-6, 9-7 era of hip-hop. But I like R&B as well.
Okay.
I like R&B classics, so I can sing along.
Okay.
Put on the deal.
The deal?
2 occasions.
Come on.
Because I'm going to start singing. If somebody going to wake up, ain't nobody sleeping in this mission because I can't see. And I don't want to put us in jeopardy.
Okay.
The deal 2 occasions, I mean, that's a classic.
Tell me about it. Why is it a classic to you?
Because every time I close my eyes, I ain't going to get into singing it, but if you ever had that special feeling for somebody.
Talk your talk.
And you lost her, you want to get her back. Yeah. Or even if you got her, and that just wasn't how she make you feel. The 2 occasions is classic.
Okay, we had 3. We had 3.
I mean, I'm a Jay fan.
Okay. Jigga man.
I'm a Jay fan.
Okay.
I like his business acumen, all of the above. But Song Cry.
Got to.
Song Cry just because of the content, the old school beat. It's just classic. It's infectious. It just hits all the points for me. I mean, it's lyricism, it's storytelling.
Yeah.
Then another song for me that I know I'm gonna need while I'm riding is Lil Jon.
Okay.
Lil Jon, Eastside Boys, Who You With?
That take it back to Scruggs, don't it?
I mean, it take you back to Scruggs, it take you back to undergrad, but then again, I need to stay up.
Yeah.
So I can make this drive.
Okay.
Because if I ain't up, we gonna be on the side of the road. I ain't got no problem pulling over and going to sleep.
Okay.
So them was my 5 to keep us rolling.
Okay. So do me a favor, introduce yourself, man.
Man, I go by the name of B-Ken.
Come on, pop
y'all
it a little bit.
Y'all may see me on Facebook, Terrell Kendrick. That ain't my real name. So when y'all be calling me Terrell out in the street, I be looking at y'all crazy. But no, I'm B-Ken, also known as BKenInTheKitchen, also known as the new face of Kansas City barbecue sauce.
Talk your talk.
Man, just got to let them know for a little bit, man. Also, your baby mama's best friend. I feed her, then I feed her.
My man, talk that talk. So your list, man. I think I love your list because it's different. It's probably one of the ones that's been different. Of course, Eastside. I can remember just that was party shut down. It just depended on how you was moving and grooving, but it was a feel good. Everybody up moving. I didn't get to see them at LU. I came the year after.
Man, they say that's for me, that's the greatest concert I've experienced at LU outside of Yo Gotti Boosie.
My best one was Life.
I missed the Life concert.
That was my best one.
My LBQ talk about that to the, they booed Bobby Valentino.
Get him out of there.
But the Life, but now that Lil Jon was a different experience. That was like, if you went to LU, I got there in 2002.
Yeah.
So everybody say that's like the end of the old era where LU was like lit.
Gotcha.
And so it's everybody who's everybody at the time performing.
Yeah.
So St. Louis, we St. Louis heavy at LU.
Right.
But the town was still put on.
The town was putting on.
They had reps from the town. That's how I come through. AC so heavy.
That's
Ecstasy performed there. I think he kicked out one of the openers. Then they had the group out of St. Louis, they take it to the club.
Yeah, whole 9.
They had the whole 9.
Whole 9.
They shut it down.
Yeah.
And then you go Lil Jon. And this is before Lil Scrappy was Lil Scrappy. This before Crime Mob was Crime Mob.
Okay.
They all there.
Yeah.
And Lil Jon running through hits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we breaking chairs.
Yeah.
It's fights popping off. Lil Jon in the back drunk. He got the gasoline.
Yeah.
And it's full of liquor.
Yeah.
And we just up. It's Springfest. I mean, the Cubes had the beach party the day before. I played football. So it's my first spring game.
Yeah.
Whole first just full year LU culmination.
Gotcha.
And concert is up.
Yeah.
That's my first. I didn't get to go to homecoming because I play football.
Right.
But this is my homecoming doing Springfest.
This is my homecoming, yeah.
And it's everything that I wanted from an HBCU.
Yeah.
That whole experience of, Thursday.
Yeah.
Ain't no class Friday.
Talk about it.
We up. And so, yeah.
I remember, LU was special to me, man. Like, it was some of the people that I met there are some everlasting friendships more than your childhood friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it. It was an older cat. He used to always say, like, his parents wanted him to go to a predominantly, like, major school. You know, so they wanted to go, like, a Division I school. But he went there for his undergrad. For his graduate, he went to KU. You know what I'm saying, to get his graduate degree and to get his master's and all that. So in the sense of trying to do it, he said, the people that I met when I was getting my master's, we cool. But the people from that HBCU love is something different.
Yeah, it's family.
Man, listen, Life, you miss Life. Check this out. Life came out there with the guitar. This is new Life. This is like
fresh out of jail Life.
This is the first album. Must Be Nice. This is hypothetically. This is Stick
She
Up
Got
Kids.
Kids.
Yeah, this is that album. You know what I'm saying? That I tell anybody, like, if you ask me one of my favorite straight playthroughs, it's top.
That's one of the ones of the 2000s where I can say that's an album that's
classic.
It's a classic.
It's up there with Confessions. It's up there with Confessions.
Confessions is here.
Yeah.
That's 2004 spring.
Yeah.
Confessions hit for me for a whole nother reason.
Talk it out, yeah.
I mean, you're going through relationship issues with your first love.
Right.
Confessions is my relationship spelled out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the highs and the lows.
Right.
Hey, it is what it is. But you live that. You live and you learn.
No doubt. So check this out. 24 hours in a day. What does that look like for you?
Work.
Talk about it.
Work.
Give me a little backstory of it.
I mean, I work full-time for the government. Mm-hmm. So that's work. That's typically a day for me now during COVID. I'm typically working at least sometime overtime every day.
Right.
So anywhere from 9 to 11 hours a day work. Mm-hmm. And so I have, what's left? I have 13 hours.
Right.
Got to sleep. You got to sleep.
Got to have a little bit.
But in between that work and sleep, it is working the brand, being involved with social media, planning, but trying to get out of the mindset of just planning to be executing. Right. So now I'm working on being a better executor being better at delivering what I say I want to do.
Why you think it's important?
Because, I mean, a dream is just a dream until you execute it.
Right.
And so I'm in that process of I've got all these lofty dreams and goals and ambitions. Mm-hmm. But how do you put that into fruition? Right. That's through action. You got to execute it. You got to be able to do something every day. So I made a goal this year that Wednesdays are my work days. Yeah. This was like after the Super Bowl or after the Chiefs lost. I was just like, you know what? Wednesdays, moving this day forward. Wednesday, I'm going to dedicate to some form of bettering my business. Okay. Because I don't want to look back and say, man, I had this great idea. Yeah. But I didn't put nothing into it.
I got you. So do you ever get like that hour, though, for yourself?
Yeah, that's usually when I'm cooking.
You okay?
When I'm cooking, I mean, one thing I bake. Yeah. So I bake pound cakes, cheesecakes. Cheesecake Factory don't want to see me.
That's it?
They don't want to see me. No problems. But, yeah, I do cheesecakes, man. I come from a family of cookers. My mom cooked, grandma cooked. But,
How'd you get bacon? How'd you get the bacon?
Bacon teaches you patience. I always wanted to bake cakes for some reason. Even in elementary school, bake a cake. They got the whole thing when they're talking about people playing with easy bake. I wasn't an easy bake oven player. I played basketball, stuff like that. Yeah. But I always wanted to cook because I wanted to eat the cake. Yeah.
Eat the cake, man.
So I wanted to eat the cake. And so in the process, I fell in love with cheesecakes. Mm-hmm. And so I got tired of trying to buy the cheesecakes and wanted to make the cheesecakes.
You done put a couple different little spins on a couple of them.
Man, I call myself the remix, the recipe chef.
That's it?
I'm the extra. Yeah. With extraordinary. I take your ordinary stuff, put a little extra on it, you get extraordinary. That's me.
No doubt. So with that, and then building that, how do we come to the barbecue sauce?
Barbecue sauce. The story of that is I was actually in New Orleans at our national conclave with Omega Psi Phi. Yeah. And I'm at the New Orleans Greek picnic of all places. Yeah. And hopping with the bros, and a lady pulls up and was like, I got a tray of Hennessy wings. I stop, get out of line. Hennessy wings, I'm trying to see what that's like. Yeah. And I'm tasting the wing, I'm like, this guy, it's cool, but it's missing true to life Kansas City. Yeah. So I get back to KC, I'm like, I need to buy some Hennessy, get some barbecue sauce, let me mix it up and figure out come up with something.
Yeah.
Cool. And so I talked to my mom's, and she's like, your grandma has a family recipe.
Yeah.
So my grandma passed a few years back, and so let me get her recipe. I'm like, this is the perfect element of Kansas City. It's like Kansas City in a bottle.
Okay.
It's 18th and Vine in a bottle.
It's 18th and Vine in a bottle.
You know what I'm saying? This is your major hood street in a bottle. It tastes like good smoked hood barbecue on a Saturday in the summertime of Kansas City.
So was it a thing, like, was it trial and error until you got that recipe?
It became, I was trial and error until I got the recipe. Mm-hmm. Getting the recipe, it just put it over the top. Okay. And so tweaking the recipe, adding in the cognac, adding in some other additional flavors to make it work. Yeah. I came up with the concept of creating smoke and spirits barbecue sauce. Okay. It's Kansas City barbecue meets your favorite spirit. So cognac, tequila, rum, bourbon, vodka, gin. I got a sauce for you.
You can mix it.
Mix it.
All right. So when you think of like children, of course you don't have none yet or nothing, right?
Yeah, no kids.
Team no kids?
I'll take care of some though. I ain't got no problem with that.
So check it. What's your views on it? What you waiting on?
Man, I've been just living. I think I don't know. I never been one to just leave a seed down in soil that I didn't think needed that seed. Okay. And if I'm gonna fertilize a Kendrick, I'm gonna fertilize it in the proper soil.
They come from your pops?
Well, I wouldn't say it come from my pops per se. I mean, but I think with just education, knowing what you want out of life. Right. I just never wanted to be the father in something temporary. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of that. Trust me, I know. It's a lot of that. So I'm in a situation where I can kind of choose what I want to do, how I want to do it, and if it's to be, it's going to happen. But ain't no rush. People have kids until 60. So I'm going to be an OG daddy in kindergarten.
So you want the gray beard and just not having kids?
Man, hopefully, man, I'm trying to get the beard in now. I'm trying to get in the Zaddy group. Put me in the gray hair, get that salt and pepper, put me in the Zaddy group.
Hey, that sounds something special. So when you think about that and you think about like relationships, and I always see you on there popping your stuff on Facebook because you, or like people don't know, like you like funny, like that's what you do. So when you dropping your hashtags and doing your thing, and in that thing, and you know we got to shoot our shot some kind of way. When you look at relationships, past and present, where you think the growth is within you. And it don't have to be just like relationships in that sense on an intimate level, but with your lady friend, but like friendships and all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that. How do you look at how you view relationships?
Man, I think the biggest thing is just being honest. Okay. Even at the point if it's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Yeah. I'd rather tell you the truth and you live with the fact that, he told me this is what it is. Right. All he wants to do is do this. Yeah. This is what it is. He told me the truth. Versus you saying, well, man, he's lying to me. Right. I ain't gonna lead you on. I think some of the older lady told me before, man, you can get what you want, just tell the truth. Yeah. And let them choose. I think a lot of men now don't let women choose. Right. And so they get caught up in the games of everything. Right. Just be a man. Tell her what you want. And if she rocking with it, she gonna rock with it regardless if she
on the fence or not on the fence.
On the fence or not. She gonna let her choose.
That makes sense. You think I knew BK back in the day. I think he had some twists. Man. I think he had a certain, certain young lady had my dog at one point in time. She had him wide open.
I was in a good place, man. I was in a good place, man. Uh-huh. She was from St. Louis.
Yeah. Did she have you Nina popping and stuff too?
I wasn't Nina popping, man. I still wasn't eating Emo's pizza. I don't mess with Emo's for people that don't know. Emo's if you... Anyway. But nah.
My dog Nina popping.
She was a little older than me. Uh-huh. And so she could see through a lot of the young stuff. Yeah. But she was trying to level me up.
She pulled you or you pulled her?
Actually, man, she reached out to me. It was crazy. We in bowling class.
Yeah, bowling class.
We in bowling class of all places. Okay. I'm out of a relationship, so I'm free agent. Yeah. I'm new year, new me, new hair, new twist, new glasses.
You had the glasses.
I'm about to pledge this semester. Yeah. Okay. And then she's very well known on the campus. Mm-hmm. and she had somebody reach out to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, tell her she need to come holler at me. I don't do third party.
Yeah. Are you bossing up at a young age?
I don't do third party. If this what she feeling, have her come tell me what she feeling,
right.
so I know it's real.
Yeah.
And so from then on out, we clicked, we vibed.
Yeah.
She taught me a lot just about me being selfish.
Yeah.
You don't think at the time small things. You go get something to eat, don't call them to get nothing.
Right.
But those are small things that lead to big things down the road.
My dog.
So just giving me real games. Gave me a lot of insight on things that now that I can run into certain issues.
Yeah.
I'm running them issues. So I'll tell you the truth.
No doubt. So you feel like that's like what's that, your guardian angel?
I'm going to say it's a guardian angel, man.
Okay.
I'm still tight with her family. I still reach out and look out for them. So
That's dope, man. I remember that. And I remember seeing, the reason why I asked, I remember seeing the growth. And then I remember seeing afterwards, saying in the transition, you still kind of went back to it. So I thought it was dope that you still admired that person to who she was and what she was to you. And every time the birthday come around, I look forward to.
Yeah, I'm going to always hold that person dear and dear. You can't get that back. Once a person's gone, they gone.
Yeah.
So all you can do is, pay your respects, pay your homage, really, memorialize their memory. Keep their life living through what you're doing and what you're putting out.
No doubt.
So anytime, birthdays come around or anything that makes sense, I'm always rep and put on because it was genuine.
Yeah. And so with that, excuse me, with that, do you think that, of course she leveled you up, she grew you up as a person, but it didn't change, it didn't harden you or nothing like that?
Nah, it didn't harden me. I understood. We broke up.
Yeah.
So I understood why. You grown, you moving this way.
Yeah.
And I'm still living the college life.
Right.
And so I'm not trying to go back in the lid. I just became a bruz. I ain't
He said I'm road tripping for real.
I'm road tripping for real. But it was it wasn't like a bitter breakup. It was kind of like it just stopped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when you look at your life, where you at right now, and you got younger fraternity brothers looking at you, do you feel like you giving them a service or a disservice in how they see you and what you represent?
Man, I'm giving them a service. I want them to really aspire to be greater.
Okay.
And so, I'm giving them game.
Right.
I'm giving them game that I want it to be given to me, but I'm going to give it to you in the language where you can understand it.
Right, yeah.
But I'm not trying to be your dad. If I see the trap before you see the trap, I'm going to tell you it's a trap there so you don't fall into the same hole.
Right.
That's the game I'm giving. I'm going to still let you be young and make your own decisions, but I'm going to give it to you how I wanted somebody to give it to me.
Yeah.
Hey, don't take on no student loans if you ain't got to.
Yeah, that's simple, yeah.
Don't use student loans for road trip money. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's it. That's it right there. So, man, when you think about your childhood, raised by pops, right?
I was raised by my mom. Raised by my mom. I think my mom and dad were together till maybe right at the birth of my brother.
Okay.
So we dealing with 1989, 90 household changes. But I understand they was young. I think my mama had me at 20, dad was 21.
Yeah.
You ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Dad is growing in his career. Mom's still trying to find herself living.
Yeah.
But still holding it down. Great parenthood, great parents.
Yeah.
Weren't in the same house, but still never missed anything. Dad took care of everything.
No doubt.
Mom's held everything down.
Yeah.
And we actually grew her up.
Okay.
That's what she would say.
That's dope. So you was the big brother at the time?
Big brother, changing diapers. But you got to grow up. You got to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Learn how to iron. Learn how to bath. Yeah. Learn how to give baths. Learn how to do all the things that you need to do. You're basically raising these kids when your mom's working a second job.
No doubt. So with that, and you kind of going through that, and then now you look at, here comes BKen the graduate. But right before that, we throwing some major parties. We talking it was, if you was there, you knew it was something special. You know what I'm saying? So how'd you get into that?
Man, I've always had a love for partying.
Yeah.
I think even getting into the fraternity, like what do you bring to the fraternity, this and the third.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring some entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
How can we grow what we have in our accounts? How can we leverage our brand from being always known for throwing parties?
Yeah.
Let's throw bigger parties. Let's throw these events. Make them annual events. Let's create our own and leave our own mark.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from toga party to beach party.
Yeah.
So, man, I was throwing a party every weekend. I don't care whose week it was.
Yeah.
We throwing their after party. Mm-hmm. We ain't talking about the doghouse.
Hey, listen. Okay.
Doghouse.
So the dog. Okay, so those that don't know, I'm gonna tell y'all. The doghouse sat on the corner, and you tell.
Man, we talking Jefferson City, Missouri.
Yeah.
We're maybe 2 minutes from a HBCU campus.
Walking. Walking 5.
Maybe 5. You can walk from campus. And literally, they walk from campus to the house.
Uh-huh.
But we have, it's like a early 1900 style home.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe 12-foot, 15-foot ceilings.
Uh-huh.
Huge rooms.
Okay.
It's a 5-bedroom upstairs.
No, it went.
Was it
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 bedrooms upstairs, and I have like a huge master suite downstairs, and we throwing parties, house parties.
Yeah.
Downstairs the dog house, upstairs my man lived in. That's the trap house.
The trap house.
And so we got parties going on.
Listen.
Same time.
The VIP upstairs. VIP upstairs.
VIP upstairs.
Trap house.
But these ain't regular parties, man. Like it ain't like come put your playlist in. Nah, we have a real DJ.
We got a real DJ.
Real DJ, grown DJ spinning, real DJ lights.
Yeah. We
hosting like we're a club. We got locals lining up to come to the house like it's a club.
The realest thing I ever seen, we threw a party. And I think at the same time, y'all might have been, what was off the campus, off the highway.
Okay. It was Doghouse Part 2.
But the big field out there, what was that called out there?
Oh, no, you're talking about the sports complex.
Y'all was at the complex, right?
Yeah.
And we throwing one at the house. And the basketball team bought the recruits. It's the middle of December.
I know exactly what this is. This is, maybe it's our week.
It's cold.
This has got to be like 2005.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5.
2006, got to be 06.
Man, it's so cold. And we it's a pajama party. It's our first time. But we getting it from y'all. We taking up the game. We getting it from y'all. So we gonna give the homage to where it was. Because after that, what was that, Soap? 2 Fly? They came through.
I think either 2 Fly, 044.
They came through.
Had the Good Life parties over there.
Good Life. So check this out. Young dude from New York. He got on jeans, Tim's, hoodie. He's like, yo, son, I'm just trying to get in, yo, son. We're like, all right, man, we ain't charging like that, but you know, so you can get in, but you can't be on these are the rules, this is what it is, whatever. We just here to kick it.
Yeah.
We having a good time. We got Robbie up there. She making the punch. You dig what I'm saying? Shawty's up there. We kicking it, right?
Yeah.
Dude takes off his stuff. He said, I keep some basketball shorts on, throws it in the truck. They like, the recruit got to get in here, man, because we got to get him in. When he left, he said, hey, where do I sign? He said, where do I sign? So I remember downstairs, man, y'all used to have it rocking, bro. And we used to look up to y'all because I had never seen black men be able to be on one accord. That was what drew me to the whole idea of fraternity life, was looking at like everythingblack.com back in the day, and you seeing like Ada Sig, they doing this, you know what I'm saying? You seeing the Alphas, they doing this. And this is LU, like this is, as we would say, the real LU. So you getting into that mode where you going down there and you getting a chance to kick it, but you was seeing like brotherhood. I had never seen like cats be grown, and y'all didn't never come at us like, hey man, y'all taking our shine. It was always like, come on, let me show y'all how to do it, but do it this way.
I was all for it, like, man, like if something go down, we got y'all back. Something go down, y'all got our back, vice versa. And it's enough for everybody.
It's enough for everybody. So hence the move. After that, I remember Boogie's partying, but I remember you jumping to the young alumni thing.
Yeah.
You and this cool tall cat out of the east side.
Yeah.
Y'all linking. Who I'm talking about, man?
That's my guy, man. Mr. Eric Cooper, man.
Yeah.
back then he was flying in a helicopter.
Yes.
I said, man, we kind of clicked up when we both graduated the same year. Mm-hmm. And so in coming back to our first homecoming, like, I was a disconnect. It was nowhere for me and my people to go attend the party. It was like, do I want to party with the old heads?
Yeah.
Or do I want to party with my sister? Yeah. My sister was a freshman there.
Right.
I'm not partying with my sister.
Yeah.
And I'm not partying with, Pawpaw.
Yeah.
Back then the Qs had they event, but it was just a wide range, and that ain't what I was trying to do when I come back from homecoming. So we created this thing, Young Alumni LU, specifically started out just for a party, for us to have a place to come back to homecoming to kick it. What it evolved into is us teaching our demographic how to be philanthropic now instead of waiting until they're in the 40s and 50s, 60s to give back. Let's give back a little now, and over time it'll expand into a lot. But not only that, we're going to educate you to join and become members of your chapters in your city.
Right.
Be active alumni now. So that was our whole thing. We don't throw a party, we're going to kick it. Yeah. But let's leave our legacy and give back to the place that changed our lives.
Right. We're going to come back to that legacy word because I like that word definitely. Y'all was doing some honors at one point in time, too.
Man, we started, maybe it was a couple years right before the pandemic. We did our first, our inaugural 40 under 40 LU honors, where we honored individuals for doing great things in their career, great things at the university, and just giving you your flowers now.
That's dope.
Giving you your flowers now, but in an effort to keep you involved and engaged with Lincoln. That was the biggest thing why we do it. Seen a lot of other HBCs doing it, but it's like, well, we're not doing this. This is a perfect opportunity for us to do it. And we're actually about to bring it back.
Bring it back?
We're bringing it back with the blessing and partnership with the university.
Okay.
So that's what's coming out next.
That's dope.
You'll be seeing some of the flyers. Cooper about to drop some information soon.
Yeah.
And we're looking for the next, it'll be our second class of 40 individuals that we're going to honor this summer.
That's dope. So speaking of dreams and legacy, what's some of your dreams you got coming down, like some things on your list?
Man, your 3 year, your 5 year, your 10 year. But I guess the biggest thing is I'm locked in with the barbecue sauce brand. Okay. And so I want to create, I would say a mentor, a friend from my entrepreneur class. You know entrepreneurship, but you don't. Yeah. And so I took a course, EBB, with Miss Kira Cherie and Ed Atkins. And Kira Cherie was always just saying, think bigger. Right. Put your head in the clouds. That's dope. And so my event background and my passion with barbecue sauce, I want to put those two things together and create a barbecue festival. Okay. I'm big with 90s R&B. Okay. So it will be Smoking Soul. Smoking Soul. Smoking Soul is a barbecue competition. It's 90s R&B.
You want to do it down there in LU, or you want to do it in Kansas City?
I would do some of both. Yeah. I think in LU it would be something completely different just because of the dynamic. Yeah. But in home, Smoking Soul, that's two-stepping and rib tips.
Talk your talk.
Burn ends.
Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
That's who we are in the summer.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be the perfect homage to doing that. So that's something we working.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that, man, because I can see that being something major as far as
something major, but not just. Yeah. A lot of these events come through and just kind of rape the neighborhood. Right. And you take your money and leave. But I actually want to leave a foundation, leave something back. Yeah. To where who's the next barbecuer, the next young cook, chef, and how can we pour into them? Gotcha. Not just through education, but financially. How can we help you get past some of the pitfalls that I got with funding? That I could set up a fund here with that. So that's a whole nother angle. Okay. To be able to get a lot of gurus in the city that know how to smoke and burn. But let's teach this to the next generation, because barbecuing and grilling is generational.
Generational.
That's embedded in us through.
So time. Right. So right now you at that age now. It's time to put them sandals on with them dress socks and barbecue.
Man, I ain't at that age. I'm gonna put on some Jordan flip flops.
Okay. I thought you was But they said the barbecue ain't good if you ain't got them Jesus on.
I ain't got the
2.0s.
Man, the way my feet set up, I ain't putting on the Jordan.
Okay.
I mean, nah, that ain't me.
Okay, all right.
That ain't me. I'll be out there at some flip-flops.
Yeah. I didn't see you on the grill. I've seen the grill moving and seen you back there smoke everywhere. So, I ain't never said it wasn't bad.
But I got the skill like that picture would say.
Okay, no doubt. So check this out. If you could tell your young, what words would you give your childhood self?
Childhood self is really be intentional.
Yeah.
Be intentional, put in the work now. Mm-hmm. I think procrastination is a cancer.
Yeah.
So put in the work now, and do what you love. Do what you love, and you'll make the money you want to make by doing what you love.
Gotcha. And then we got to go back to that word, legacy. What you want yours to be?
I want to be known as one of the pioneers in Kansas City barbecue.
Okay.
Transcended, changed the game of what we think barbecue sauce is. I mean, to me, right now, I call it premium barbecue sauce, not just because of the liquor, because of the content that goes in it, the love that goes into producing a sauce. This is a premium sauce. Yeah. And so I want mine to be a step above something else.
Gotcha.
This ain't just regular sauce.
So are we eventually, the goal is to put it in the stores?
Eventually is stores, the right stores.
Yeah.
Because me selling my sauce for $10 for a 16-ounce jar of sauce versus sitting next to the shelves of $2. Yeah. But it's a different buyer that wants that $2 sauce.
Gotcha.
Than the person who really wants to taste the flavor. That's a game changer.
That makes
you can
sense.
invest in a $10 sauce. So my sauce, it's not going to be for every consumer. Every consumer can level up and go get it. Yeah. But it's like drinking liquor. Yeah. You got some bottom shelf. You got top shelf. Mm-hmm. Got mid and top shelf.
Yeah, plastic.
I'm positioning my sauce to be a top shelf barbecue sauce.
That's dope. So then with the cheesecakes, what's some of the favorite ones you like the flavors that you done made that you've been like?
Right now, some of the ones I've been doing consistently on the Oreo. Yeah. The Oreo is just different dynamic because I double stuffed Oreos in the inside. Okay. So you can see the Oreo.
I see what you're doing
inside of the cheesecake.
I'm gonna try.
Oreo crust, crumble with the Oreos. Pineapple upside down cheesecake.
I seen that.
The peach cobbler cheesecake. Everybody's fascinated with peach cobbler. But on the more creative tip, I did a Cookie Monster cheesecake that was blue. I seen a local guy who done it, and I was like, hey, let me take my home approach. Yeah. He did a chocolate ganache on top of it. I did a white chocolate to flip it. But yeah, cheesecakes, sweet potato cheesecake is always a good one. I got some stuff that I'm working on, just thinking creatively. Apple pie stuffed cheesecake was probably one of the ones that was just...
It went crazy?
Okay, that's different.
Okay.
It's a whole apple pie stuffed inside of a cheesecake.
That's cool, man. I love to see it. I love when you post it. I love when you're doing your thing. I love the fact that, just like I said, how you giving it to them. You give it to them on some consistent stuff, and you picking your moments when you go in. Yeah. Now it's a shirt on this counter right here. You want to talk about that right there?
Yeah, that actually comes from a collaboration. Okay. Collaboration with Heart Black Lives. Okay. Local T-shirt owner, business here. We go back. He used to play football at Northeast. I used to play Lincoln. We used to kill Northeast. But no, he always we used to kill Northeast, no lie. But dude was always a good dude, Jeff. And reached out to him on an idea I had with HBCUs. Yeah. And so I love the heart T-shirt concept. Yeah. And so I was like, man, I love my HBCU. Yeah. And I think that can be synonymous with every HBCU. That can be done in every colorway. Yeah. So of course, we worked on Lincoln first.
Lincoln had to go first.
I mean, set the trend.
Yeah.
And so that's where they came up from. Okay. So it was just a joint venture deal. And looking to grow from there.
And so is he going to do like sweatshirts and hoodies and all that stuff?
I think that's the next step is we start moving more shirts, invest in more product. Okay. Reaching out to the university, because now the athletes can get paid. Yeah. To wear some of the apparel. Yeah. So now we could possibly throw some apparel with some of the athletes for branding purposes.
I would love
posting on your social media, posting on your IG.
Excuse me. I'd love to see it in the bookstore.
Yeah, I think that's the next step is licensing.
Yeah.
Get the licenses to do it or figure out. My thing is have the university fully buy into it.
Right.
And so not only that we're selling the shirts, but let's trade license for scholarship. So where proceed from this goes back to a scholarship that we set up at every HBCU.
That's dope.
So now we're connected to every HBCU. We don't have to use your name. We can put your logo on the side.
Yeah.
Or we can come up with just using the phrase. But that's something that's going to evolve.
Yeah. Man,
something big.
You real big from what I'm hearing, and when I watch it, you big into like cross branding. You big into like.
Man, I think it shows. Like I want to be able to show that we as people can work together.
Right.
I mean, I did a collaboration on Cheesecake with a local baker, and she makes her brand name's Tasty Buns. Mm-hmm. She makes bun cakes.
Okay.
And so I seen a cake with a bun cake stuffed into a cheesecake. Mm-hmm. So I said, let me reach out to some person who I knows. Let's collaborate. Yeah. I will buy the bun cakes from you. I will, make it. All I want you to do is repost it. Since she's reposted it, every week somebody wants to buy that cake.
Right.
And she was like, it's amazing. It's literally her bun cakes. She makes stuffed bun cakes. She stuffed them with different fillings. So right. Say strawberry bun cake. Has a strawberry filling. I stuff them inside the cheesecake, put them on top of the cake, and present it.
That's dope. That's dope. Then we was talking before we kind of kicked this thing off about just like blending the gap as far as like that little state line that kind of goes between us.
Oh, yeah, man. That state line is historically significant. I mean, we in Kansas City, we got this KC Mo versus KCK.
Yeah.
And if we really dig deep and know the history of KC Mo and KCK and how people left the Missouri side to get freedom in Kansas City, Kansas, because Kansas wasn't a slave state.
Yeah.
And how that really kicked off the border war. Yeah. This ain't got nothing to do with MU versus KU.
Right.
That real war stems from slavery.
Right.
And property. And the state of Kansas wasn't allowing slavery. Missouri was.
Yeah.
So it's literally like a trail. I believe it goes down close to Quindaro.
Yep.
From the river of the path that people took for freedom.
Yeah.
From Missouri to Kansas. So when you think about Kansas and Missouri, we're coming from the same DNA. It ain't a lot of us here.
Yeah.
So we might as well be able to unify on both sides, especially as a business owner.
Yeah.
I want people to purchase my stuff from Kansas, in Missouri. I want to be in restaurants in KCK, in KC Mo.
I mean, then eventually you're going to have to serve, fix your jokes on St. Louis and blend with them too, man.
Eventually. St. Louis, man, I rock with
hate.
St. Louis.
It's a love hate.
I love the radio station in St. Louis. As soon as I pop in the Louis, it's immediately turned on. Uh-huh. I love the women in St. Louis. I got this classy, ratchet thing that I just eat up. I just don't rock with emos.
And in the Super Bowl, it wasn't for St. Louis, it was for LA. Let's
be clear, man. The owner left St. Louis for a reason.
Okay.
For better, he moved westward for better opportunities.
Right.
So if you're a Rams fan, you can be a Rams fan, but the Super Bowl ain't yours.
It ain't yours. All right, so let me ask you. I got a couple more. We're getting into the good parts of it. As far as stereotypes, rather a black man, a man in a fraternity, an influencer, party promoter, what's some of them stereotypes that you've heard that kind of make you be like, I gotta re-trigger these, I gotta change the narrative a little bit?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is just on black men in general.
Yeah.
It's always been told ain't enough of us here, ain't enough good ones, this, that, and the third.
Right.
There's a huge amount of us that are here, that are present. Black men are great fathers. All my partners I grew up with got kids. I'm the only one without kids. All of them are devoted fathers. Mm-hmm. All of them are in their life. I've never, you know what I'm saying? It's not in my circle.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Right.
But I would tell those that are in those situations, be better.
Yeah.
If you're not present in your kid's life, make the opportunity to be better. Right. Regardless of your relationship with the mother.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to give.
Give to get.
Give to get, man. You get more bees with honey.
That's what they tell me.
And so I think, man, while you got your kids, be a part of their life because that time goes by fast. Next thing you know, you keeping the cycle going.
That's it. And that'd be the biggest thing, I think, with me and, like, some of the cats we have conversations with, man. I used to be so big on, like, trying to break generational curse, man. And I'm talking about, like, man, I was like, that was my desire. Like, everything I did, bro, like, even from relationships to friendship, I just didn't want to be. I seen certain things with my dad and them that I thought was amazing. And then I seen certain things that I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. I seen certain things with my mom. I'm like, that's amazing. But there were certain things I didn't want to do, Yeah. So you find yourself living in these shadows a lot of times instead of, like, stepping out on your own. So I was real big on generational curse. But, when we were growing up, shoot, they was, like I tell everybody all the time, man, it was always buy your mama a house and your daddy a truck. Yeah. Get enough money to, go to the league or be a rapper or a street dude or whatever you was. It wasn't glorified. And even now, I'm starting to see now it's cool for guys to go to work. You know what I'm saying? At first, it was like, oh, he got a job. I can't talk to him, But now, as you get older, that 401k matter. You know what I'm saying? And it matters enough to flip you into a different place. Or being
life
able,
insurance matters.
Right. And that's big. I think we don't even talk about life insurance. We don't talk about mental health. And like, that's a real big thing to me when it comes to men. Like, man, how are you doing? How you feeling? Are you all right? Are you not all right? A lot of times we going through a lot of stuff, man, and we don't address it. And then 2-3 days later, it's like, bro, dude hit a wall.
Yeah, it's a blowout or it's a blow up.
You know what I'm saying?
Or it's in the worst case scenario, take his life.
Right. And I've seen some of that, man, and it scares me. And I've been in them dark places before too. So when I see other men doing it, and I see everybody like on some like camaraderie stuff, it makes me feel good because it's like we're at that turning point in life where you starting to see your grandpa's generation be reincarnated in y'all, or your father's generation, just depending on what time was your highs or lows. But in a younger generation, man, they so much outspoken now. And what they want to do and how they do it, and then we get a chance to kind of tap in there because we in the sweet spot. We've
seen a little bit of both generations.
So now you get the chance to see like how your dad was and how you was, your cousins, and then you got your little cousins, so you can kind of blend in and still reinvent yourself, but still be be true who you are. So I think that's dope. If you had to either lose your old memories, or never be able to make new ones, which one would you like? Would you keep like all your old memories, or would you say, hey, I want to make some new ones? Yeah,
man, that's tough.
Yeah, it's a 50-50.
That's a 50-50 tough question, but I think life is about progression.
Yeah.
And I would want to. The new you and the old you was completely different. Yeah. You love the person that you was. Yeah. But you got to live in the moment. Yeah. So I would get rid of the old memories.
To make some new ones.
To make some new ones.
Wouldn't change too much? I
mean, you wouldn't have the memories.
Yeah.
But I think that still molded you on who you are.
That's tough.
Who you are in the future.
That's tough.
So a little bit of that's still going to be with you.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. What do you think stands between people and happiness?
Themselves.
Talk about it.
I think being selfish.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're our worst enemies.
Uh-huh.
We may see what's right in front of us, and that's what we want, but we don't take it.
Gotcha.
We take what we think the perceived thing for us to be is, but the basic piece of it all is typically somebody's right in front of us.
That's cool.
I want this other person. And the person is providing that for you. You ain't even looking at them at all. Yeah. And they're right in front of you, giving you everything that you said you wanted. Yeah. But you go past them, you seek something else, and then you wonder why you're not happy.
But that makes sense. So, in the sense of emergency context, like COVID, life happens, things change, people go away, you move around, whatever. Something was to happen to you right now. Who's the first person you call?
Man, something happened to me right now. My brother.
Oh, your brother?
My brother's my right-hand man. I mean, that's secrets. That's everything. That's the vault. That's like, hey, if I'm on my deathbed, here are my passwords to Facebook, because they're going to keep sending nudes after I die. You'll be able to see them.
You going to get him killed.
Nah, he got my password. It ain't on his phone.
Good answer.
But he'll have the passwords to all of that. But, I mean, my brother is a friend. Yeah. They say, your friends are the family that you choose.
Yeah.
But I was reluctant and lucky enough to have a brother that is my friend.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, if I go through it, I'm telling you so you don't go through it.
Right.
That's the type of relationship we got.
You and your brother in the car together. Charger don't work. His phone dead. Who's the next person?
You said the next person after to
Right. You gotta go right to the gas station and use their phone. Who the next person you call? You don't got no numbers. Who the next person you call?
I'm probably calling my LB.
You got his number by heart?
That's by heart. That's Ron. Ron is gonna get the call.
Yeah.
His number ain't changed in years.
Yeah.
And we go back till 1988, kindergarten.
No stuff.
Most people don't know. We went to kindergarten.
I didn't know that.
Middle school.
I didn't know that.
High school.
Yeah.
Pledged together.
Yeah.
So we go back.
So was that y'all having those conversations as kids? Like, this what we gonna do?
Not for real, man. Our coach was a bro.
Okay.
Derek Jordan, 82, 86.
Yeah.
Was our football coach in high school.
Yeah, thank you.
So he pretty much pledged us then.
Yeah.
The old school pledge. From the chain, from the songs to everything else. And so it just kind of developed a sense of character in you.
Okay.
The hard work, the perseverance.
Yeah.
Just being a man.
Yeah.
I mean, because he worked for the district, wasn't paid a lot. You know, he's still doing the thing with his family.
Uh-huh.
He put in time to make us not just better football players, but better men.
Let me find out he was teaching y'all the funky four corners back in the day.
Hey, that is invented it. LU, brother, created the funky four corners. The national high. A to C invented the hooks, too.
Let me find out. So the reason why I asked, man, a lot of times people can't tell you two numbers to call if their phone go dead. As a kid, you know, we used to jot them down and remember as you know what I'm saying? So I challenge people.
I still know my home phone from
That's dope.
From 26 in you. I know the home phone.
That's dope. That's dope. So I always tell people to have people that they can call and not just call them for one thing, but be able to call them for everything.
Yeah.
Your solitude, your well-being. When they're going to tell you you're wrong, they're going to give you the criticism, they're going to push you to be a better person. You need them people in your life. And sometimes it's people you grew up with, and then sometimes it's people that you get new, that you adapt to, and they come around and they say, hey, this is what it's going to be. And this is what I expect from you. My expectations is higher than what you got for yourself. And that's a problem. So now they challenge you to be that. So I always tell everybody to do that, man. And again, man, I thank you so much for coming. I know it's been one of them things that we've been talking about, making it work, man. But I definitely appreciate it, bro. Just the love, bro. Just like I said, it was like love, because a lot of people think that they got to be like in a bigger space.
Yeah.
But all you got to do is like, you connect with your people. So when you like, man, I got to get to it. I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, like, you want to come hang out with me and talk on this thing? So,
man, most definitely.
So I was looking at it like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think every platform is an opportunity.
Yeah.
For everybody involved. Right. As I grow, you grow. As you grow, I grow.
Talk your talk.
And be able to leverage that.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. And I knew, you know, outside of what I need to do for my brand.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got to show love. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, I love what you're doing. I've seen some of the interviews, and I mean, that's dope.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to bridge it, bro. I'm trying to make some time capsules.
Yeah.
This right here, when you do decide to be in the Zaddy Club and you get that, and they asking how was it, you can press play on that thing. And I just wanted it to be a timeless piece of art for everybody. So we're gonna keep growing and keep doing it. Before we get up out of here, man, give them your handles, man, where they can reach you at and stuff like that.
Man, Facebook, BKenInTheKitchen, IG at BKenInTheKitchen. Email me. You want need cheesecakes, sauce, BKenInTheKitchen. BKenInTheKitchen at gmail.com. That's the best way to get in contact with me. My phone is always on me, so email.
Yeah, email him, set your calendars. He like to book out early.
Yeah.
He big on like being in order. He probably was one of the only ones, one of the first ones. I won't say the only one. Super early, on time, doing his homework, did his notes. So I appreciate it, bro. Like I tell people all the time, never goodbye. I always see you later.
Most definitely.
May God be your direction, and we be your seatbelt in this thing called life, or vice versa. Till we see each other again, man. Be cool, be safe, big brother.
Oh, no doubt.